Well, we've just spotted a patch of birds. Now we're like 45 miles out. Coop's old eagle eyes up the front there. Spotted gannets. Seeing gannets out here is just like guaranteed. So we're just cutting back in towards them now. Now I can see a couple up there in front. We've seen a couple of things jump as we said before, and yeah, it looks real fishy. We just haven't had a bite from a yellowfin. Come on, Skip, get one. And you might wonder why Tom is not wearing his Costas. Why aren't you wearing your Costas, Tom?
In the water.
I think there's a logo for that, was it? Built on the water or something like that? Well, his are still in the water. They kind of like, yeah, they kind of, it's like, oh man, you should see it. You won't be able to see it with the GoPro, but that is friggin' tuna central. We've got this bunch of gannets out here, sniffing around. This is going to be good. Look how excited these two are.
Awesome.
Yeah, marking fish here too. Been marking fish all the way through down at 30 fathoms. And yeah, like I said, a couple of splashes. And yeah, it just looks really fishy. Literally as soon as we got the edge, and we found this edge on the charts. And that's why fishy's changed so much now. And we put some pressure on them these days. I sit there, look at a satellite, find the spot, drive 45, 50 miles to sea, get out, and there's action straight away. Except we haven't actually had a bite yet. Come on. Alright, we've just spotted a sunfish just up here in front of us. Cooper's getting the gear ready. So, and we're going to try and jump in. Well, we think it's a sunfish. It's either a sunfish or a shark. So we might
Either way, we're jumping in.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll put Cooper in first, check. If it's the right thing, I'll jump in. So go on, we're just getting the gear ready now. Look at these new fins. Oh yeah, diver.
They don't look that fit. So they don't look that new.
Yeah, they don't look that new. They're bloody awesome. So good for swimming up. Because what we're going to do is going to get up on it. Tom's going to pull the boat out of gear because you don't want to disturb it. And then we're going to swim over to it and just see. And if it's good, if it's not, you know, not feeling hassle or anything, it'll probably hang around with it. If it gets spooky and goes off, we'll just leave it alone because you don't want it. You don't want to annoy him and stuff like that. Oh, he's right there. You just saw his fin out on the top. Right there in front of us. It's getting close. Hurry up, get me gear ready. Stop job. We've got 3.5 fill suits. It's 8.5 degrees. It's probably going to be pretty warm if you have to swim after him. Yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty exciting. This is the best part. And you know, you're out here doing it. You're out here searching for tuna. It looks good, you know. Haven't seen one. But we cannot resist jumping in on this sunfish up here. On a day like this, absolutely perfect. Come on, hurry up. Tom would be absolutely frothing down the back there. He'd be looking at all this mess. Look at it. Underwater cameras ready to go. Yep. Got everything else staked. Just getting organised, getting closer. Come on, get these fish done. I think there's 3 species of sunfish. There's mola mola, there's giant sunfish. You know what? I'll look it up. By the end of this vid, we'll tell you all the different parts. And
I did all his dirty work.
yeah. But yeah, it's really, you know, it's an amazing fish. They call them sunfish because like this one up here in front of us. I don't know if you can see him out there, but he's out there in front of us. They sun themselves on the top and they get hit by ships and all those sort of things. And we haven't seen many for a while, but this is like our very own sea monster. Like the things you see, and we're only what, 40 miles off Sydney.
They're the biggest true fish, I think.
Biggest tree fish. There we go. Facts from Cooper.
So people think it's a whale shark, but it's not. Sharks have cartilage, and so they're not true fish. I think it is.
Biggest bony fish.
Yeah, I think they call the bony fish true fish.
Oh, radio.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
David Attenborough, here we are. Thanks, David. Oh man, they're so cool. And they got the big flopping fin on top. People think it's a shark sometimes. It's like, oh, there's a shark there. Not a shark, it's a sunfish. And they jump. I've seen them jump.
We had to jump this morning.
Yeah, well, we thought we had to jump earlier on.
I was talking to Dad. I was turning around. what the hell's that? It's something like, you don't even know what, it's huge. Just jumped out of the water like 10 metres from the boat.
And that was right around here, so it's a good chance that was him. So as we sneak up on him, bloody awesome, eh? So excited. Coops has never jumped in with one, and we're doing it off Sydney. Sea monsters off Sydney. All right, get that gear ready. Well, we've just had the coolest experience. Hey Ollie, how cool was that? How big was that sunfish? How big was he? He was huge, wasn't he? He was huge. So we cruise along and Tom goes, what's that? Dirty big brown shape in the water, and it's a sunfish. We think we saw him jump earlier on, didn't we?
Shark or a sunfish.
Shark or a sunfish, something jumped. Yeah, so we thought, well, what is it, shark or sunfish? Let's send Cooper in first. That's all we got left, back legs. So we jumped in on it, took a while to get all the gear ready. There's a great big sunfish, and took a little while. How fast was it going? 2.5 knots. He was swimming along, 2.5 knots. So me and Cooper plowing up to it, and it just, I think Tom was laughing at us in the boat. Ollie was laughing. Ollie was filming. Yeah. And so he came up on it, finally get up to it, and you can see it stop and go, oh, what are you guys up to? And then it hung around with it, and just such a cool creature.
And now Cooper made a big mess on the bow.
Yeah, look at that. Now Tom wouldn't be happy with what the front of the boat looks like up there. Look at that. Drying out wetsuits and turned his boat into a bloody brothel. But it was so cool to see. And Ollie, how old are you?
7.
7. And that's the biggest sunfish you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be so coy, but yes. So yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it? Just, and the good thing, this is what Tom was thinking the whole time. Last time we saw sunfish in this kind of water, this sort of greeny sort of blue, we caught a 93 kilo big eye, 92, 91, 90 something, huge big eye, and then topped it off with a yellowfin as well. So we are searching, and it looks good. We've been marking up. It's looking really good. So start with a sunfish and with a stomper tuna. What do you reckon, Ollie?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, that's it. We love sunfish. And just have a look at this. Look at that's what happens when you work too hard. Look at it.
Way too hard.
It's just smashed. How worn out are you now, mate?
Very,
How hard was that?
very hard. 30 minutes of punching 2.5 knots into a current.
Oh, chasing him.
Oh,
But at least you got your new dive raft fins.
yeah.
They'll help you push along a bit harder.
They're bloody awesome.
So all we have to do now, top the day off, find us. Oh, pardon me, burping up, diving down with that tuna. Find ourselves a tuna.
And now we're marking some tuna.
We're marking tuna. Oh yeah.
We tend to take the ocean for granted, but it still has its secrets and surprises. One rarely seen creature is the giant sunfish, and this week, one came to visit.
They are weird, but wonderful. A great big body, one giant fin on top, another big fin on the bottom, but only a stubby hint of a fishy tail. This sunfish cruising the ocean off Sydney was irresistible for father and son fishermen Al and Cooper McGlashan, who spotted a telltale splash, then encountered one of the rare sights of the sea.
Originally we thought it was a shark, but as we got closer, we realised it was a massive sunfish. And you know, these are big docile creatures. Just went, oh, this is amazing.
I ended up giving it a little pat and he seemed to enjoy it. And having this animal dwarf me, it was awesome. Like, it's truly like, again, once in a lifetime experience.
Sunfish live as long as 10 years and can weigh well over a ton, but are harmless to humans and only nibble tiny fish and jelly bladders.
They primarily are found in some of the tropical oceans and the warmer temperate seas.
Once they reach adult size, they are usually solitary creatures who love to sunbathe close to the surface.
They'll come to the surface to have some of their parasites and little itchy creatures taken from their skin. They actually allow seabirds to clean their skin.
And that's when sharp-eyed fishermen...
How cool was that? Jumping into that sunfish.
It's bloody awesome.
Oh man, I tell you. What did you think? Like,
When you see it from the top, it's pretty big. It's not that big. Then you jump in the water and you go up beside it. It's like, oh, it's a bit bigger than I thought.
they're huge, aren't they? When you touch it, like it looks soft, doesn't it?
Yeah, and oh god, it's hard as. It's like a rock.
And how is it that it kept swimming around to you? Like,
I love it, man.
Yeah, didn't like me. It kept swimming around me to go to you.
Oh, yeah, I think the seals might have got it.
Yeah, seal. So did you know there are 5 species of sunfish in Australia?
Yeah.
And they're the largest bunny fish in the world, correct?
Yeah.
They have, they've always had interest in ants. They're such a, like, they look like a Pokemon sort of thing with that big weird
really
face
do,
on it. Yeah, don't you reckon?
Planet.
Yeah. So, and in Australia, we've got, because I bring my notes for that. All right, here we go. 5 species of sunfish found in Australia, and this is according to the museum. Then that's the museum that has our giant squid bits in there. You've got the hoodwinker sunfish, the giant sunfish, ocean sunfish, the slender sunfish, and the point-tailed sunfish. They call them sunfish, they think they sun themselves, but they don't actually sun themselves, but they do spend a vast majority of their time on the surface. But they have been recorded to up to 844 metres.
Oh yeah, because they eat jellyfish mainly.
Yeah, so they eat jellyfish and but Shane, my longline mate, has been catching them on squid and pilchards on the long line. There you go. So, and it's pretty cool that you can do that straight out from there. Like, it's amazing, isn't it?
The other way.
Yeah, no, that way, yeah.
Straight out from there. No, you do it that way.
Yeah, but from the harbour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the harbour, mate. So, what did you reckon? What were your thoughts on it?
There are a lot of thoughts. I didn't know what to think, to be honest. Jumping in with that, where we jump in, you can't see him. You swim up to it and all of a sudden it's like, whoa. It's just huge.
And they stopped to look at you.
Yeah, he turned into me and goes, what the hell what's that thing?
Thought he was fatter. He's like, oh, what is that?
What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And he needs to talk himself up. No one else will do it for him.
So yeah, pretty cool and pretty amazing. You jumped in the water, you know.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
50
think there's
miles
many chances
offshore.
to do that. Not many 14-year-old kids will have done it.
Bloody-o. Would you do it again?
Without a question.
Absolutely.